Chifrus, the last remaining Arctic jungle on the coast of Greenland. The region sees some of the lowest temperatures on the planet, coupled with irregular night and day cycles. Survival here is no joke. 3 of my crew members died just trying to reach here by the hands of a bloodthirsty Santa Claus. I have tasked myself to survive in the most unlikely of circumstances, alone in one of the most remote areas of the planet with no help from the outside world or modern conveniences. Will I be able to survive Chifrus? This is Survivor Schmuck.
Warning: all characters appearing in this work are fictitious. Any resemblance to real persons living, dead, or comatose is strictly coincidental.
I think you read the wrong excerpt.
I arrived at one of the coldest places on the planet, which, thanks to global warming, is actually pretty pleasant. Though I did arrive during the midnight sun period, which means it's not going to be nightfall for the next couple of weeks. It's going to be easier to gather supplies, but it's going to mess up with my sleeping because it's going to mess with my circadian rhythms. So we'll see how this goes.
Chifrus was first found in the 15th century by famous Nigerian explorer Olamide Adedeji. He wrote in his memoirs, "Whoa, as I gaze upon these lands, I can only think but one thought. Who the fuck would want to live in this shithole?" He had a beautiful way with words.
From my conversations with the locals and research I've done, I've discovered that the Onan tribe inhabits this area for over a millennia. The tribe practices Abrahamic pagan religion, which puts nature as the most important thing in one's life, right after health, wealth, property, ability to reproduce, and having a comfortable pair of underwear. It is an ancient Onan tribe tradition to leave an offering in the form of fruit to the gods here on the shrine, especially before a long trip to ensure my safety and make sure they will protect me along the way.
I proceed to follow my European ancestors by disrespecting the local native population's customs. I eat the apple, then desecrate the shrine by using it as a toilet. I do not fear these false gods.
Unlike other places I visited, like Cambrosia, Chifrus doesn't have any predators. What it does have is a lack of food supply. Most of the plants and herbs here are actually poisonous, making it find something to eat quite difficult.
9 out of 10 plants in this region have shown some negative reaction when consumed by humans. Consuming the wrong plant can lead to death, diarrhea, or worse, enjoying electronic music. Furthermore, there are no physical characteristics differentiating the poisonous plants from the safe ones.
So I seem to have stumbled upon something good here. Some food, some steak, some potatoes, a red wine. Smells like a French Merlot, so that will give me some nutrients for the next couple hours. So I cut into the steak and it's well done. What's worse, it's also got in touch with a bunch of ketchup that was on the plate. I mean, I'm starving, but there's some lines that I just would not cross. So I hope the potatoes and the wine will be enough to, keep me full for now.
I continue my journey lacking in nutrients. I did not forget my soda stream machine this time, so I can carbonate all the water I need, avoiding thirst. I need to find a shaded area to get some rest, as I have been up for nearly 23 hours and 59 minutes.
So I think I'm gonna rest up here. It seems pretty comfortable. I haven't eaten yet, but I'm used to not eating for long periods of time because I've been on my intermittent fasting diet trying to get some gains. I'm just not sure how can I sleep with the sun being so bright right now.
I need to formulate a plan as to how to escape this jungle, and for that, my brain needs to be operating at maximum capacity. I hope I can get some rest, otherwise I could be in dire straits. Not that dire straits.
So I've been tossing and turning, trying to get some sleep, to no success. To be honest, things have not been going great for me on this trip so far. 3 of my crew members died coming up here. The steak I found was well done with ketchup. Even that French Merlot ended up being a Spanish Pinot Noir, and a 2019 at that. I think I may have upset these Abrahamic pagan gods, and now they're trying to seek revenge on me. In hindsight, I should have probably not shat on their shrine.
The situation gets worse, so I decide to risk it and eat some berries on a nearby bush in hopes of avoiding starvation. The berries taste sweet, but soon after I eat them, I start feeling strange.
So, my stomach is not reacting well to these berries, which is not good since there's no hospital in sight if anything was to go wrong. Wait a second. These berries are not organic or gluten-free, and it doesn't say anything about them being non-GMO. No, I'm not gonna eat any more of that. Good thing I noticed quite early.
I was lucky to only consume a minimal amount to not make a serious impact on my body. If I was to keep consuming these berries for 20 or 30 years, there might have been a slight chance of developing a benign disease. Fuck! My journey continues and I run into some members of the Onan tribe. They are willing to help me with food and directions. It's a good thing the local language Kalilasut is close to Inkukutut, which I've learned while hunting bees in Nunavut.
Да-да, иди нахуй тоже. The Onan tribe was very gracious at helping me here. I really appreciate it. They're refusing to be filmed because it's against their religion. They believe that a camera will steal your soul or some fucking bullshit like that. Though most of the snow has melted due to global warming, the Onan tribe has provided me with the snow that doesn't melt. And apparently when you ingest it through the nostril, it has great impacts on the body. It suppresses your appetite, it makes you have a lot of energy, which is what I need to get home safely.
The snow hits my body and I'm off. I run through Chifrus until I reach the Labrador Sea. I swim through the sea until I reach the Gulf of St. Lawrence. I stop at the Anticosti Island to stretch my legs. I unfortunately lost most of the footage there after wrestling with 3 bears and a giraffe. I continue swimming through the St. Lawrence River until I reach Kingston, Ontario, where I steal a car to get home. As it is Kingston, nobody noticed anything out of place. I drive down the 401 until I arrive home safely in Toronto. Only one thing left to do. Fuck you, Drake! Flip off Drake's home on Bridle Path and return home.